Hello, my beautiful family. I'm your host, Mimi Talud. Welcome back to another episode of Make Your Time Matter. Today is a very special episode. We have Chisom Mezue on the podcast. She is from San Antonio, Texas, and I'm so excited to have her here. Welcome to the podcast, Chisom. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good, in New York. Uh, okay, so I'm going to read Chisholm's bio for you guys real quick, just so you guys can get to know her on a more personal level. Chisom is originally from Nigeria. She moved to the US in 2012, and she immediately began her education journey by earning a bachelor's degree in nursing. In 2020, Chisom moved to Texas, where she continued her education by obtaining her MBA. With 5 years of nursing experience, she has explored different fields but found her passion in working with seniors. Now, Chisom is pursuing a Doctor of Nursing practice in psychiatry. She is on a mission to improve the life of older adults. She's also the founder of Tech and Tranquility, a startup providing basic tech education and virtual companionship to help combat loneliness among seniors. Honestly speaking, I feel like your company, the idea behind it is just so amazing because a lot of people don't talk about, how lonely senior people can get. So that's amazing that you are doing that for them.
Thank you. Yes, they are a very vulnerable population that some people don't think about, but yes.
100%. I love what you are doing. Okay, so we're
Thank
just gonna get straight into the interview. You moved from Nigeria to the US in 2012. What was that transition like for you, coming to like a new country?
So before coming to the US, I was in boarding school in Nigeria. So I was already used to living alone, away from
Okay.
family, and, surviving. So I'm guessing
Yeah.
my mom kind of had an idea that I was going to come here. I wanted me strong on my feet, so say. So moving to the US was a pretty easy transition for me because I was fluent in English. Yes, I had an accent that was very strong, but it was understandable and I could work with it. So, academic wise, Nigeria academic is crazy. When I came here and they had multiple choice question, I'm like, whoa, this is easy compared to drawing the map of Nigeria and having to memorize multiple things. So education for me was a smooth transition. There were just different, challenges. Like back home, we spell color with a U. Here, you spell color with no U, just an R, and
Oh,
little grammar
wow.
error. Yeah, so those were the adjustment I had to make, just making sure I'm not bringing in my home academia to the US because then I get a big red on my papers. Fix this. So,
Yeah, yeah, I definitely understanding being an immigrant myself, and English is not my first language. It can be really tough coming here. So you already speaking English like was already like an advantage. So that's good. That's good.
Mhm.
Okay, so next question. What were some of the biggest challenges you faced when adjusting to life in a new country?
Biggest challenge I faced. So the first was the food. Of course, food difference. I could not get past the food. I'm like, why is there cheese in everything? There's literally cheese in everything. I was like, okay, we gotta make this work. But I was able to find Nigerian groceries and incorporate my culture into American culture. The second was, I hate to say it, but racism. Coming from a country where everyone is black. No one can be racist against I'm not black. We're all black, to somewhere different where there was I had some instances with some of my, teachers, I hate to say.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
yeah, so that was a phase of life I had to get past and know that everything comes with challenges, nothing good comes easy, and I'll just keep going for it.
Yeah, definitely. I totally like understand. I can relate, being an immigrant myself. It's just it's a sad truth, but it's something that I feel like we still have to talk about. Um,
Mhm.
when you have like a darker skin color, you do experience racism, like even though it is like the 20th centuries, it's
Mhm.
still going on, but it's something that we all have to like try and like fight through it and just keep pushing forward. That's like you had to experience that.
Exactly.
You have pursued multiple degrees while working as a nurse. What motivate you to, pushing forward with your education? Because I know right now you are like working on your doctorate and whatnot.
So this might be a little I like to say I'm lazy. I know for people, somebody that goes for multiple degrees, I like to say I'm lazy. And the reason for that is I'm looking for a job I can do with less hours and get the most money. Okay. Yes, I
Okay.
know what I like. That's always been my philosophy. I'm working as a nurse now. I can work 3 days and get paid what I would work doing either two jobs or working Monday to Friday. You understand?
Yeah,
So what
yeah,
can I do with less time and make either the same amount or more? That was always my philosophy. I
yeah.
mean, money is not always the goal, but it helps with life.
Oh no, money definitely help, and I can understand it. I feel like most of us, that's what we kind of want in life, is just like work less, make more money, because you want to have time to like enjoy yourself, enjoy your family. And
Exactly.
right now, what I'm seeing is that a lot of people are working a lot of hours, and they are barely making enough to support their family, to the point that they have to get a second job, and
Exactly.
and it's still not enough. And
Exactly.
it's just tough. Which is one of the reasons why I started this whole podcast, because I'm like, we need to start making time for ourselves, because yeah,
Exactly.
money is good, but you can't be working like all these hours. So that's good, just continue your education just so you can get better opportunities. So that's understandable.
And a good way to look at it, school is hard, but working three jobs is harder. So you have to choose your hard and go for it.
A
I chose my
hundred
hard.
percent. 100%. Okay, so you have worked in different nursing fields, but senior care became a passion. What was the turning point, that made you realize that was your path?
So when I was in school, I did work as a CNA at a nursing home.
Mm-hmm.
And I wasn't expecting what I saw. I had 80-year-olds with their cliques. I had 80-year-olds with boyfriends and those actually still making boyfriends. I'm like, what is happening here? I had this, which is sad. At When you hear nursing home, you're thinking of seniors just there, not really doing anything or having kind of a life. That was it, which is a bad thought. But yeah, they had the life of their own. They were very knowledgeable. They had so much wisdom to impact on me. I was 18 working as a CNA. Like, they kept motivating me to do more, and all their life experiences was that was the turning point for me. I'm like, okay. I mean, I've not really worked with kids, but I've experienced them, and being able to have a conversation with seniors was kind of better for me. And
Okay.
very very smart conversation because they've been through life, so
A
they
hundred
have more
percent.
to talk about and more to offer. Yeah, so that
Oh,
was my
definitely.
turning
Yeah, definitely. Like, I can imagine, like, working with a bunch of senior, they're wiser, they've seen so much more than we have.
so
So
much.
having a conversation with them is something I would encourage like the young people to do. Just visit the nursing home, talk to these people, because I feel like they have so much to offer. And like you said in the beginning, it's just like a population that we don't focus enough on.
Hmm. Hmm. And if you have a history class you're taking, go talk to them. They know it firsthand. You don't need to read a book. So it's
That's
amazing.
yeah, that's good advice. I love that a lot. Wow. Even like in college, I didn't think about that, but yeah, that's some good advice right there. Okay, so next question: what inspired you to start Tech and Tranquility, and how did you bring your vision to life?
Okay, so Tech and Tranquility, again, I've worked as a travel nurse, as a floor nurse. I've worked in different settings, nursing homes, hospitals, and there's always question, oh, Chisom, can you help me on my phone? Can you help me call my daughter? Can you help me turn off the camera? I'm like, we are in the 21st century, and these are not challenges that should happen, because again, if you need to call your family to communicate and talk about how your day was, you should be able to do that. Those are basic technological needs that people need. So
Mm-hmm.
that was my first thought to start the tech part of Tech and Tranquility. And then the other part is, I worked at this nursing home. I had 38 patients. 38 patient is crazy. I was a robot. I was just on the mission to get my medication passed, to do my wound care. I had no time to converse with anybody, but they want another person to talk to. Their family members are busy with their life, which is understandable because they need to work to pay for their stay. So no judgment there whatsoever. But they still need an avenue to talk if they need to. And that's where the virtual companionship part of it. You can always reach out to us by phone, via FaceTime, any means of conversation. We're there to have a conversation.
I love that a lot. And, they always say, find a problem, come up with a solution. And that's exactly what you're doing. So I really like that a lot. Next question. What has been the most rewarding part of launching a business that helps seniors?
So right now we're still in the very beginning stages, and just the idea that I have all my materials to teach the digital portions, and I have all these plans, and I know how it can impact the senior population or anyone that needs it. Sometimes some people are not really digitally versed, so anyone that needs this help. So right now we're still trying to find a way to get the word out there. Because again, how do you expect seniors to know you're doing a program when they can't use technology? But I'm still trying to
Yeah.
find a means. Do you understand? I'm still trying to find a means
Yes.
to actually reach out to them to give them the basics so they can be with us on Facebook or Instagram and chatting with us. So
A hundred
we're still
percent.
still working on that portion. Yes.
Well, I'm wishing you all the best. You're doing a great job. Just keep it up.
Thank
I
you.
support you. You are balancing a nursing career. You're also studying for your doctorate, and you just launched a business. Like, how do you manage your time effectively without getting burnout?
So for every business owner, I would advise, and a dear friend, Marie, advised me, it's always best to delegate. Yes, I'm not gonna lie. I've watched her ask question. It's best to delegate because you can't do it all. So if you have to hire help, do it. And my program, yes, it's only 2 days a week, but they give you enough course load to last you a month. So I try to get that out of the way early. So if I have something due next week, I try to do it maybe 2 weeks in advance if I can, if it's open. And business wise, if I have emails I have to do, I take maybe one day, everything out, schedule send. I would schedule the send ahead of time. So it's already sending while I'm doing other things. So just prioritizing what you need to do, doing it in advance, and planning your, because you have your life. I have a little girl that needs me. So
Yeah.
yeah, so you need to make time for family as well. Yeah,
Definitely planning goes a long way. The more you plan, the easier like the workload is.
definitely.
Okay, so with such a busy schedule, when you do make time for your loved one, like what exactly do you guys do?
With the busy schedule, like last time, I'm trying to get her out more. So I try to take her to this bouncy house. I mean, she can't bounce, she can barely walk. She can't walk. She can't walk. I hold her and I'm bouncing her around. I'm like, she can't walk. But I take her to the zoo just to, even if she can't, just experience stuff. She can see colors, so just seeing those images are fascinating to her. All of us, we go eat together. Me, her, my husband, we go eat in a restaurant, and she loves food. That girl can
Oh,
eat. So,
that's what's
you
up.
know,
We can't
just
blame
spend.
her.
I can't blame her at all.
Yeah.
So just spending that family time together, it's a good way we used to bond, and yeah.
Okay, I like that. What advice do you have for anyone who wants to pursue a demanding career while also pursuing a dream as an entrepreneur?
So demanding career. So it depends. What I like the word why. I just came across this and it's been my motivator ever since. So you have to know why you're doing this. So my why again is to have more time. So yes, I know this career or this education is demanding, but guess what? It's gonna give me more time with my daughter, and it's gonna give me enough money to get her what she needs to do. So I'm not focusing on the right now or how stressful or hard it is, because I am balancing and doing what I need to do. But I'm looking long term. What are the benefits of this struggle? Because everything has a story. I'm making my story right now.
Preach.
So yeah, so I am, yeah, exactly. I'm creative. So you need to have a why in your mind, what you want to do, what you want to achieve. Why are you doing this? You can't just go to school because you want to go to school. You have to pursue a career that can be profitable to you, and there has to be a benefit to it. So My honest advice would be to know your why, and everything is possible. Mindset, positive mindset at all times.
Oh, yes. Positive
Yeah.
mindset. That's one of like my favorite like life lesson is having like a positive mindset and believing in yourself. Once you have those down pack, you are like unstoppable. There's really nothing you cannot do in this life. And I like what you said about knowing your why, because once you know your why, once you know like what is the reason I'm doing this, like obviously you're gonna experience time where you feel like, oh, I want to give up. But then you think of your why, like it's gonna give you that push that you need to like keep pushing forward. So knowing your why is very important. So I
Mhm.
really like that advice a lot.
I mean, just this is just an additional I'm throwing out there. Like when I was pregnant with my baby last year, everyone kept telling me, "Oh, Chisom, are you not gonna take time off from school?" I'm like, "No, I need to graduate. I have timeline. Next year it should be the year." So I had her. I took literally 1 week off, and I was back in school. I had swollen legs and everything. My classmates were looking at me crazy. Yeah,
Damn.
I know, but I had my why, and my why was to be done before she gets I don't want to say, because she becomes more aware that mommy is not at home. But then I will be done with everything and I can spend more time with her. So again, as you said, definitely knowing your why.
I love that.
Mhm.
Make Your Time Matter is all about prioritizing yourself, your family, and what truly matters in life. How do you feel like you personally make your time matter?
I just started working on that, because I just started getting into the habit of working out. I know for the longest, it was hard for me to make that a habit. But now, just even walking on the treadmill for 30 minutes a day, I have this clarity that I never had before. I have more energy. I feel more, comfortable in my own skin and my body. I'm not hurting when I'm climbing the stairs.
I love
you know,
that.
so yeah. So, and thank God I have an understanding husband that knows, okay, he just realized, oh, maybe he's been noticing that whenever I work out, I'm happier. So now he holds the kid and he lets me go take an hour for myself. And even
That's
if I just have
nice.
to go watch TV for an hour, he understands that I need that mental clarity. So you need to work with your partner as well, because yes, you want to make your time matter, but in a family or in a union, you always want to collaborate with your partner because they too need to make their time matter. So
A
once you
hundred
guys
percent.
are understanding, yes. So yeah, working out and watching some movies are my ways.
That's the way to go. As long as working out make you happy, whatever makes you happy,
Yes.
that's what you do. And yeah, so that's pretty much it for this episode. Did you want to like share your social media with the public if they want to reach out to you?
Yes, yes, yes. You can find us on Instagram and Facebook, Tech and Tranquility. We're also on TikTok, Tech and Tranquility, same name. And please view our website, www.techandtranquility.com, and feel free to message us on any of the platform. We will happily reply.
Definitely, you guys go follow her. She's such an amazing person. I will have all of that information down in the description. And thank you so much for listening. I hope you guys enjoy listening to this episode. Have a nice one. Au revoir.